Okay, good day. I promise you the last time I talked to you that I'm going to teach you about operators, and how they function with numbers. So today I'm going to go into full details about operators. We have operators, we have 4 basic operators which I'm going to name right now. What is an operator? An operator is a sign that gives you an instruction on what to do with numbers. So without operators, you can't do anything with numbers. They are like action words, action that gives action to numbers. Just like a verb is an action word, they are the things that give action to numbers. They give you the action or the instructions on what to do with numbers. For example, we have types of operators. We have types of operators. We have number 1, we call it plus. This is sign, and is what it does is addition. What we use it to do is addition. We have minus. What it does is subtraction. We have multiply. What it does is multiplication. And this multiplication, this can also have a sign of dot or asterisk. They are still the same thing. So anybody you see it use dot or asterisk, it still means what? Multiply. Then we have divide, which is using this sign or a bar sign or a slash sign. It means what? Division. So the last of it all, we still have what we call exponents. Exponents, which some people still call powers, which if this is x raised to power anything like n, it can be also called it raised to power. And we have the last one, which is brackets, which we use like this. It still means multiply. This thing can also be used as multiplication. It can also be used as multiplication. So these are the 4 major operators. We have plus, minus, multiply, and what? Divide. For example, if I give you an example, for instance, if you have 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, this is the operator telling you that what you should do is add. 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. This is an operator. If I say 12 divided by 2 is equals to 6, this is an operator telling you what to do to the numbers. If I say 12 times 10 is equals to 120. So it's telling you what to do with what number. If I say 2 raised to power 2 or 2 exponent 2, it gives you what? 4. It simply means 2 multiplied by itself. Number multiplied by itself. If we say 2 bracket 2, it simply means 2 times 2, which is equals to what? 4. So if you understand this, once you understand this and how they work together, you will discover that you can be able to do whatever they ask you to do in mathematics. So apart from that, before I end this lesson, I want to teach you one more thing. Which is sum, difference, product, and quotient. So what is sum? Sum is the answer you get after addition. The answer you get after addition. People say it's addition. No, sum is not addition. Sum is the answer you get after addition. If I say 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, that means 4 is the sum. If I say what is difference? Difference is the answer you get after subtraction. The answer you get after what? Subtraction. Which means if I say 3 minus 2 is equals to what? 1. What is product? The answer you get after multiplication. If I say 7 times by 7, which is equals to 49, is the product. So this is the product. Then if we have quotient, we have 12 divided by 3, which is equals to 4. This is the what? The quotient. So I'm telling you this so that you can be able to know whenever they say the product of this and this, the sum of this and this, the difference of this and this, you ultimately understand that this is what they mean. The answer you get after division is called what? Quotient. So apart from this, before I now finally end the lesson, I want to teach you something that is very, very important. Even though I've taught you operators, but what of when 2 or 3 operators are used inside a mathematical expression? That is how you do it. Because if you don't know this, you can be solving a mathematical equation and you'll be failing it, you will not know. How do you do it? There is what we call board mass. board mass is an acronym. B means bracket. O means of. D means division. M means multiplication. YA addition. Multiplication. Then this is subtraction. What this actually shows is that this is in every mathematical expression, it is expected that the first thing you should look at or you should deal with is the bracket, which means multiply. Then you deal with the of, which also means times. You deal with division. You deal with multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So that means in any mathematical expression that has two or more operators, you look at this this and consider the one to do first. The one to do first is bracket. If there is no bracket, move the of. Is there any of? Yes. If there is of, solve the of before you enter the division, before you enter the multiplication, before you enter the addition and the subtraction. If you don't follow this when you are solving any mathematical expression, definitely you are doing the wrong thing. So that's why some people fail math. They say math is very hard. No, once you understand this, it will be easy for you. Let us give, for example, let me give you the last example. If I give something like this, 2 divided by 3 minus 1 plus 10. In this, looking at this board math, the first thing you should do is what? Division. So 2 divided by 2 will give you what? 1 minus 1 plus 10. So if you look at this, you discover that, division, please. You discover that what the next thing you do, addition. Addition here is, okay, here goes here, being like terms, plus will give you what? 11 minus 1, which will give you what? Equals to what? 10. Why do I do the plus? This is plus and this is plus. The one here is carrying a plus sign, this is carrying a plus sign. So add both of them, it will give you 11. And the 11 minus this one will give you what? 10. So what I'm saying is that once you understand this, you will be able to go far in mathematics. You understand that this is the first thing to do, this is the second thing. I'm going to give you one more example before I conclude this lesson. Let me give you the last example before I wrap it up. Solution. If I say 2 of 4 whole number 1 over 2, or let me say 6 plus 5 divided by 2. If I ask you to do this, the first thing you should consider is the of. If we do the of, which is 2 over 1, any number, any whole number, you can put for another. So 2 over 1 is still the same thing with 2. 2 over 1 multiplied by 4 over 6 plus 5 divided by 2. So doing this, you can actually do for what can divide, this can cancel. Anytime you see multiply, this multiplication sign, you can actually divide. It is a fraction. So 2 divide himself, 1 divide this 3. So we now have 4 over 3 plus 5 divided by 2. Because this is a fraction, you must also make this what? A fraction. So what is the next thing we are going to do? Remember division. The division becomes 4 over 3 plus, this is 5. 5 divided by 2, what will you get? This means 5 divided by 2. Are you getting it? So here we have two fractions. To be able to solve it here, we'll actually go by this. What is the LCM of 2 and 3? You know what is LCM? Lowest common multiple. The LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. How do I know? If you want to do it in a way, 3 and 2, divide both of them. 2 divide 2, 1. Can 2 divide 3? No, bring down 3. 3 divide 3, 1, 1. So far it has all the factors that actually did the division times it by themselves. So this time this will give you equals to 6. That's why I got this 6. So 3 divided by 6 will give you 2. 2 times 4, 8. Plus 2 divided by 6 will give you 3. 3 times 5 will give you what? 15. So this becomes 15 plus 8. I'm continuing this side. We still have this solution. 6 plus 5, 15 all over 6. So with this, 8 plus will give you 23. Guess right, over 6. So this becomes the what? The final answer. If 23 divided by 6, 23 divided by 6 will give you 3 whole number, 5 over 6. I'm going to put it in fraction. So this is the end of this lesson. In the next lesson, I'm going to actually advance more teaching you how to deal with operators. I'm going to teach you when you have two division signs, when you have all these signs combined together, and I'm going to go into detail on how you can be able to work better with operators. Thank you so much.